Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Goku is dead after the revelation that he's a Saiyan. A battle for the sake of not only Earth but his son Gohan began. Goku was forced to sacrifice himself for Earth, but the battle is not over. Now, two Saiyans will appear within a year. Goku and the rest of Earth's fighters prepare. However, in the other world, Goku will meet an unlikely ally. Epilogue to a lonesome final battle. Goku meets his father, Bardock.
Before we begin, I just want to let you guys know that part of this story is based on some of the story mode content in Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans. In the actual manga and even in the anime, we don't really get to see a lot of Otherworld, but Goku has some pretty cool adventures in that video game, so I decided to adapt them here, changed them quite a bit, but the main thing's still there. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little story. I just really wanted to write Goku and Bardock meeting again. Enjoy. Goku looks onto the endlessness of Snake Way. He couldn't believe just how much time it would take for him to cover the whole way. Well, he would have to start as soon as possible. Without losing much time, Goku began to run towards King Kai's planet, but halfway through his travels, he got curious about what could be down below.
Even though I was warned, I'm sure they have food down there.
Goku saw something that looked like a hand reach out and try to grab him. Creeped out, Goku jumped back and got on his way. He'd never take a step into hell, no way. He hitched a ride from a truck, falling into deep sleep. During his ride on the bumpy road, the truck popped up and the Saiyan fell off the car, through the clouds, and into hell. On his way down, he bumped his head on a rock and passed out. By the time he woke up, he was laying down under a tree by the bloody pond. Two Oni watched him sleep and told him that he took a pretty hard hit. Goku responded that he needed to get back on the road, but the Oni told him that there was no way unless he took a few challenges.
You can only get back to Snake Way if you beat us.
Come on, I don't have time. Leave the kid alone, Gaz. Clearly he doesn't belong here.
Goku turns around to see the man sitting on a bench with a straw in his mouth. The man looked familiar. In fact, he wore something that looked like Saiyan armor. Goku slowly approached the man, who kept his eyes closed.
Say, are you a Saiyan? What gave it away?
Bardock said with his tail moving about.
I have to fight a pair soon. Any hints? You have to fight Saiyans? Heh, good luck, kid. We're undefeated as far as I'm concerned. Isn't the whole race gone? Anyways, the tail's a good weak spot for the untrained. If not, then we are very prideful people too. Exploit that. Oh, okay. I may have trouble in that department, but I gotta run.
Wait, why are you gonna have trouble?
'Cause I'm a Saiyan too!
As Goku ran away, Bardock finally opened his eyes, and his mouth flopped open. He could recognize that hair anywhere, but it couldn't be, right? Bardock ran up behind Goku, who instantly turned around in confusion. Bardock's eyes widened. That cheery smile. There was no doubt about it. He looked like his mother when they smiled. Bardock pulled in Goku for a hug. Goku was weirded out and very uncomfortable. He didn't know who this smelly old man was, and he took a few steps back once he was let go. He said that he had to get going, and Bardock questioned him as to if he recognized him. Goku responded that he didn't know him at all.
You are Kakarot, are you not?
My name is Goku, and I'm from Earth. But I did get called Kakarot not that long ago by this guy Raditz.
Raditz? Raditz found you, of course. Yes, that's your brother. That damned Frieza finally caught up to you two and killed you, huh?
Frieza? No, Raditz tried to kill me.
That idiot. Well, I'm glad to have you here.
But who are you?
Makes sense that you wouldn't remember me. But I need you to look at me and listen. I am your father, Bardock.
A silence swept over hell, and Goku just stood there. He was very uncomfortable. He never really wondered who his father was. As far as he knew, Grandpa Gohan was the only family he needed, before Chi-Chi and Gohan. This was an extremely weird situation, but he smiled awkwardly. He might as well learn more about this.
Father, I never thought I'd get to actually meet you. So you're Raditz's dad too, huh? Wait, what about Mom? Is she around?
I doubt it. She stopped taking over planets with me long before we passed, so she's probably up there instead.
Snake Way?
Heaven, Kakarot.
Oh. Well, I'm sure I'll meet her someday. What exactly happened? Is it true I ended up on Earth to destroy everything and everyone?
Well, it is true that you were going to be sent to a remote and weak planet to take over. Before that, however, your mother and I stole a ship and sent you to Earth. We thought you'd be safer there.
But why? Safe from what?
Kakarot, there are things out there much stronger than any Saiyan. Even stronger than whatever you're about to face. You need to prepare.
Right. That's why I'm going to King Kai's planet to challenge those two Saiyans.
Bardock went to tell Goku a little more about Planet Vegeta, about the kinds of people that lived there, even the horrific acts committed. But he said that in the end, just before he got a chance to change his course, they were all wiped out. Goku also told Bardock about his adventures on Earth, even about the Dragon Balls, and how he's going to be revived. Even if it's just this single conversation, Goku felt like he got to understand his father, but he needed to get going. There was no time to waste. Goku jumped to his feet.
Well, time to get going.
Go get him, Kakarot. I know you can do it.
I'll be seeing you soon. If not here, then, well, I'll see you.
Good luck, Kakarot. Your mother and I are always with you.
After a second of stretching, Goku burst out, speeding his way out of hell. Bardock felt a sink in his heart, but also a lot of hope. Now he needed to rest and think about things. He returned to his bench, but in the meantime, Goku finally reached King Kai's planet, ready to begin his intense training. Not only would he gain further understanding of martial arts and himself, but also two techniques. But in the middle of this grueling training, a powerful force showed itself once again. King Kai reacted to something as he communicated with King Yema. Goku curiously asked what was wrong, and Kaio explained that Yema heard that Goku had arrived. Someone was causing trouble in the Yema forest. King Kai told him to think of this as training, and Goku wondered who could be so powerful to be considered that.
It's someone you know quite well, actually. Raditz.
Even now, he's still causing trouble?
Wait a minute. I'd feel better if you didn't go alone. Bubbles, go with him.
Wait, Bubbles? King Kai, don't worry, I'll be fine.
Goku, I don't want you to go alone.
Then, can I choose my partner? I met someone in hell.
Hell? No good, no good.
Don't worry, King Kai, he wasn't bad. Promise.
Fine, what's his name?
Bardock.
Goku found himself in Yema Forest, a place riddled with demonic creatures and terrifying monsters, but at the same time, a lot of beauty. His father was by his side, though they agreed to separate in order to cover more ground. Bardock couldn't help but feel nostalgic, as he reminisced on the missions he had with Gine. He never got to spend time with Raditz like this. He was glad to at least do it with Kakarot, but he wasn't very happy about the circumstances. Now it was up to him to settle this sibling dispute. As the two fighters separated, Goku got on his way. He was being attracted to something, a powerful presence. He finally saw a golden tree, with fruits scattered below it. He realized that he was warned in hell about a certain tree that bore King Yema's favorite fruit. This must be it. But as soon as he took a step forward to it, a punch sent him flying off into another tree. It was Raditz, smirking as he took a bite off the apple. They began a small battle where Raditz seemingly held the upper hand. Goku wasn't sure if it was the apple or the fact that he had just gotten to King Kai's planet and caught Bubbles. Raditz seemed extremely confident. He was glad to see that Kakarot ended up in hell as well, and asked why he was in the forest.
I came here to stop you.
What? You were barely able to take me on with two people.
About that.
Father?
Your brother told me you were causing a lot of trouble. Thought I needed to come along.
No matter, I can take both of you on.
You were always too cocky for your own good, but I didn't think it would get to this.
Raditz launched a double Sunday at the two Saiyans. They dodged out of the way, but Bardock was impressed by his son's power. The intense battle showed off Goku and Bardock's teamwork, while Raditz tried to keep them at a distance. But Bardock taught him everything he knew, and he was much more experienced. He could read Raditz precisely, and Goku already knew some of the tricks up his sleeve. Raditz tried to turn the fight around by grabbing Goku in a full Nelson, just as he had done to him. He turned his brother around as Bardock blasted. Goku was hurt, but not enough not to continue the fight. He flips Raditz over his head and onto Bardock's punch. His father apologized for hurting Goku, but he dismissed it. Raditz stood back up, with a Saturday crush raging as Bardock stood in front of Goku.
Get out of the way, Father. I'm gonna kill Kakarot. You're both already dead, dumbass.
Raditz began to be pushed back hard, until finally he was punched into the tree where the apples fell on his head. Raditz was about to attack once more, but Bardock got in the way.
You two, stop!
Raditz, Gine told you what was going on with Kakarot so you two could cooperate, not kill each other.
We literally sent him to Earth to be safe. What? You could have been clearer.
That doesn't matter, Raditz. I've been here a lot longer than you, trust me. You won't be able to escape, and that fruit doesn't power you up, it's just a placebo effect.
Raditz finally just looked at Kakarot and Bardock and realized that they were the only two people in his family left. If you could call them being in hell together left. Raditz simply looked to the ground and then flew away, feeling powerless. As if everything the apple had given him just went away. Goku turned to Bardock and asked if the apple really was just a placebo effect. Bardock said that he had no idea, he'd never seen the apple before, but he thought it might help stop Raditz. Bardock put his hand on Kakarot's shoulder and said that this was a fun adventure, and that he'd talk to Raditz afterwards. He would make sure that he'd never do something like this again. Goku thanked his father and told him that he'll be seeing him around soon, but he had to get back to training. It would be less than a year before the Saiyans arrived on Earth. Bardock nodded and told him to give them a 1-2 for him. Goku promised to, and also made his father promise to keep on training, because he wanted to get to fight him someday. Bardock laughed, and Goku disappeared. Satisfied, Bardock began to walk towards the bloody pond once more. He'd make sure to give Raditz a talking to next time he saw him. Just a few months later, while Bardock sat back, wondering how his son was doing at King Kai's, he felt a presence zoom above him. He was sitting next to Raditz, who was watching other souls at the pond. The presence felt familiar. There was no doubt about it. It was Kakarot. But as soon as Goku arrived on Earth and the battle against Vegeta and Nappa began, Bardock got a strange voice coming to his head. He jumped to his feet, recognizing it.
Bardock, you there?
King Kai, did Kakarot make it to Earth?
He's on his way, but actually I wanted to invite you back. Watch the battles, and after that I have a proposition.
Proposition?
Hell has been contentious lately. How would you feel about looking after things down there for a while?
Like an enforcer? Vigilante?
Whatever you want to call it, I'd appreciate it.
I'll think about it. For now, let's cheer on Kakarot, alright? Or should I call him Son Goku?
Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is meant to be a one-off story, but if you guys like it enough, I may continue it. I do have some things planned out for this Bardock and this Goku, even Raditz himself. Let's try to get this video to 3,000 likes. It lets me know that you guys like this sort of content and these kinds of what-ifs. Also, always remember that I take suggestions down in the comments below, as well as on my Twitter, @ShareYourEnergy. Shout out to the Super Saiyan Legend members of the channel and the Super Saiyan God members of the channel. Zachary Croy, Anthony Note, The Real Samuel Randall, Eric, Zeto7, Darko Roktansky, Orlando Castellano, Kyle, Small IQ, Midnight Combatant, and Cage. Or maybe Kage? You guys are incredible, and thank you so much for your support. I just launched Super Saiyan God members not too long ago, and they get the scripts for the videos. I think that's a pretty cool thing. Some of you guys seem to enjoy that. Also, thank you to Professor Chimp. We spitballed some ideas back and forth about this video, and he was actually the one to give me the idea to implement some stuff from Attack of the Saiyans. Anyways, y'all, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and until we meet again. See ya!
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Smugstick, unless you want to be destroyed.
Lord Beerus, that's hardly fair. But also, don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified when he uploads new videos.